Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 5th of August 2021 and now we are going to discuss 5 current affair based MCQs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But first, let us discuss the question that was asked yesterday. And yesterday's question was, which of the following element is the dominant one in the Earth's crust? So this question is particularly about the Earth's crust. A. Aluminium, B. Oxygen, C. Iron and D. Silicon. So if you see Earth's crust, the dominant element is oxygen, B. And some of you have given the correct answer as well. And yesterday it was Abzur Qureshi, Divyashree Sahu and Pankaj Verma who gave the correct answer. So oxygen is the dominant element. It is the major element in the Earth's crust. But when we talk about the whole Earth, the dominant element is, or you can say the dominant metal, it is iron. So iron is the dominant element when we consider the whole Earth. But when we talk about only Earth, it is oxygen which is the dominant element. But what about the dominant metal in the Earth's crust? The dominant metal in the Earth's crust is aluminium. Remember, the dominant metal in the Earth's crust is aluminium, whereas the dominant element in the Earth's crust is oxygen. And when we talk about whole Earth, it is iron. Okay, now let's move on. And guys, as you know, daily we upload 5 current affair based MCQs and their solutions in a PDF format. So this PDF you can directly use it for your revision just before the exam, and also you can use it for timely revision as well, because as you know, the revision plays a very key role for you to clear the exam. If you have any doubt, you can ask us in the comment box and even get back to us in the Telegram channel. Okay, the Telegram channel details are there in the description, so please do join it. Now let's begin. The first question, consider the following statements. This is with regarding to the governor. First one, the governor cannot pardon a death sentence. Second one, however, the governor can grant pardon, reprieve, respite, suspend, remission or commutation in respect to the punishment or sentence by a court martial. We have to choose the correct answer. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 nor 2. So here if you see the correct answer for this question, the first statement in fact, the governor cannot pardon the death sentence. This is a right statement because the death sentence can be pardoned only by the president. The power to pardon a death sentence, it is only there with the president, even if that death sentence is granted by the High Court or the Supreme Court. It is only there with the president. So if you see the second statement, however, the governor can grant pardon, remission, respite, reprieve, suspend and commutation in respect to the punishment or sentence by court martial. So court martial is the court of the army. You can say it's a military court. Okay, so here this court martial, or you can say the power to grant all of this pardon, remission, respite, reprieve and commute, this power to with regarding to any punishment given by the court martial is there only with the president and not with the governor. So the second statement will be a wrong one and the first statement is right. So A 1 only is the correct answer. Actually, why this was in news is recently the Supreme Court observed that the power of the governor under Article 161 of the Constitution to commute a sentence or to pardon will override the restrictions imposed under Article 433A of the CRPC. So 433A of the CRPC generally talk about the governor pardoning the sentences given to a people. Okay, the court even said that the power conferred on the governor through exercised on the aid and advice of the state is without any restriction of the actual period of imprisonment undergone by the prisoner. So even if the prisoner has not undergone any sentence, or even if the prisoner has completed some part of his sentence, then all these you can see all these components, you can say the pardon, remission, respite, reprieve and commutation, they can be given. The court said that the remission under Article 161 of the Constitution, it will override Section 433A of the Code. So that's why this was in news. And the policies of the state government are composite policies encompassing both the situations under Article 161 of the Constitution and Section 432, 433 and 433 of the CRPC. Code means the CRPC, the Criminal Procedure Code. Okay. So if you see, the court noted that a prisoner has to undergo a minimum period of imprisonment of 14 period without remission in case of an offence. So this implies that the conviction of which carries death sentence to take benefit of the policy of remission framed by an appropriate government under Section 432 of the Code in view of overriding provision of the Section 433A of the Code. Okay, the court even said that the policy prevalent at the time of conviction shall be taken into consideration for considering the premature release of the prisoner. Okay, so the policy at the time of the person given the punishment is only considered, and the bench said that the cases of prisoner who have completed 14 years of imprisonment can be decided by the state government in terms of section 432, 433 of the code, unless the state government chooses to seek the approval of the governor. And article 161 deals with the pardoning power of the governor, and the governor cannot grant pardon of a death sentence. Even he cannot grant pardon, remission, respite, reprieve and suspend in case of punishment given by the court martial. Only the president can do that. Okay, so this is all the information that we need to know from the examination point of view. Now let's move on to the next question. The second question, consider the following statements with respect to Halam tribe. First one, Halam community belong to Kuki-Chin tribe of Tibeto-Burmese ethnic group. Second one, apart from plain land cultivation, they still practice Jum cultivation. So here we have to choose the correct answer. So A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So here if you see, the correct answer is C both 1 and 2. The Halam community belongs to Kuki-Chin tribe of Tibeto-Burmese ethnic group, and they actually are the one who took refuge in Assam following the clashes with Bru refugees in the North Tripura, and now they are returning to their villages in Damchira in North District of Tripura. So that's why this was news. Okay. So it's basically a sub-tribe, you can say. So the Halam communities, they are categorized as a scheduled tribe in Tripura, and they belong to Kuki-Chin tribe of Tibeto-Burmese ethnic group, and their language is also more or less similar to that of the Tibeto-Burmese family. And Halam are also known for Mila Kuki, though they are not at all Kukis in terms of language, culture or living style. Halams are divided into several subclans which are referred to as Barki Halam. Major subclans of Halam are Koloi, Korbong, Kaiping, Bong, Sakchep, Tangchep, Molson, Rupni, Rangthol, the Chorai, the Lankai, the Kaireng, the Ranglong, Marchwang and Saimar. So these are some of the major subclans. There is no need to remember all of these things. Just understand that these are the subclans. Okay, as per the 2011 census, approximately about 57,210 people, okay, they are there, and that they are distributed throughout the state. And the Halams live in typically tong ghar, which is specially made of a bamboo and chan grass. Okay, so they live in this temporary kind of structures, and apart from plain land cultivation, they still practice Jum cultivation and depend both on the activities both the activities beside other substitute works. Okay, so that's with regarding to the Halam tribe. And now let's move on to the next question, the third question. The Tightening the Net report is published by A. ITU is International Telecommunication Union, B. Oxfam, C. UNSC and D. World Bank. Tightening the Net report. This is published by B. Oxfam. So recently Oxfam has published this new report titled Tightening the Net, and this stated that the net zero carbon targets may be dangerous distraction from the priority of cutting carbon emissions, because net carbon zero, or you can say net zero, is not reducing the carbon, rather than it is capturing the emission. It is either capturing or removing the emitted carbon. So this net zero carbon that many countries have talked about, they may be dangerous distraction from the priority of cutting carbon emissions, and the land hungry net zero schemes will definitely lead to 80% rise in global food prices, more hunger, allowing rich countries and corporations to continue their dirty business as usual. So the net zero is also referred to as carbon neutrality. So carbon neutrality means if, let's say, 1 ton of carbon is released, then this 1 ton either has to be captured, or it has to be stored somewhere, or some techniques have to be used to reduce this 1 ton of carbon from the atmosphere. Okay, and it does not mean that a country will bring down its net carbon emission. Okay, so that is the important thing about this net zero carbon. Now let's move on to the next question. Fourth question. Which of the following statements are correct with respect to the red tide? First one, it is a phenomena caused by algal blooms, which algae become so numerous that they discolor coastal waters. Second one, the factors influencing red tide includes warm ocean surface temperatures, low salinity, high nutrient content and calm seas. So we have to choose the correct answer. So here the correct answer is C both 1 and 2. So here this question is with regard to the algal blooms. So recently hundreds of sharks in West Florida have headed inland to escape the deadly red tide that killed more than 600 tons of marine life in the region. So this red tide is nothing but the tides, you can say the red color of the tides is because of the algal blooms. The algae will increase, and due to this, what they will do is they will kill all the marine species, because they consume all the nutrients which are there, and also they will not allow the light to pass through them. And because of this, the marine life gets affected. And it's a global phenomena found in many countries like Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Denmark, England, France, Guatemala, Hong Kong, India, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Philippines, Romania, Scotland, Spain, etc., and various countries. This name red tide actually comes from the fact that the overgrowth of algae can cause the color of the water to turn red as well as green or brown. And this type of bloom is caused by a species of Dinoflagellae, which is known as the Carnea brevis. On the other hand, the blooms in freshwater lake and reservoir are most commonly caused by the blue-green algae, and the factors influencing red tide events include warm ocean sea surface temperatures, low salinity, high nutrient content, calm seas and rains, followed by sunny days during the summer months. And the harmful algal blooms occur when colonies of algae, which are simple plants that live in the sea and freshwater, grow out of control and they produce toxic or harmful chemicals which affect the marine life. Okay? And also another important thing is that these algae which is there, they will be transferred from one region to another because of the tides and also because of winds, currents, storms or ships. So that's why this is an important thing. Now let's move on to the last question of the day. Which of the following sets of elements were primarily responsible for the life to exist on the earth? It's a previous year CSE question of 2012. A. Hydrogen, oxygen, sodium. B. Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen. C. Oxygen, calcium, phosphorus. And D. Carbon, hydrogen, potassium. We have to choose the correct answer. And if you see the sets of elements which are primarily responsible for the origin of life on earth, they are carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. Carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. Okay, because you can say they are the basic elements that form the life. They are very important for the formation of life, and they also helped in the evolution as well. So they are the most important primary elements. Okay, so it's a previous year question just for your practice. Now let's look at the question of the day. And the question of the day is, the highest salinity is found in which of the following lakes? Highest salinity: A. Van Lake, B. Balkash Lake, C. Dead Sea, and D. Baikal Lake. You have to choose the correct answer. So just a small mistake. It's B here, Balkash Lake, and C, Dead Sea. Okay, and D, Lake Baikal. You have to choose the correct answer, and tomorrow we will discuss this question. Okay guys, and before I leave, just a small information regarding our initiatives. We have launched Vision PT365, the Vision Prelims test series, Vision Monthly Magazine and Vision Mains test series. All of these summaries will definitely help in your revision, and this will make your preparation more easy. Because as you know, the prelims is very near and it's approaching very fast. So it's always important for you to revise the content maximum number of times so that you become very confident with the content. So if you have any doubts, you can ask us in the comments, and also you can get back to us via the Telegram, and the Telegram channel details is there in the description. So that's it guys from my side for today. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind. Thank you.